Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I'm very happy that I'm starting a new series. It's gonna be called Fix Your Form Sundays. In those 5 to 10 minute long videos, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be discussing different exercises, different mobility drills and things that you can do better so you can optimize the way you train, become stronger, stay healthier and prevent future injuries down the line. So let's get into it. So today we are discussing problems with the squat. Usually what happens with people when they start squatting, they do experience a lot of problems when it comes down to hitting depth. This can be caused by different things such as stiffness in your Achilles tendon or not enough mobility in your hip joint. For this, I have prepared a few short videos that can show you how you can immediately start improving and becoming stronger in all of the positions and parts of the movement. So first, what I do, I stretch the outside of my leg and I also stretch my glute. I do this with a very simple stretch that I find very effective for myself. I hold each and every single pose for about a few seconds until it starts feeling uncomfortable and then I switch. The goal here is not to stay in those positions forever, but to stay in them until you start feeling like slowly you're becoming more mobile and a little bit more loose. I'll also stretch the insides of my legs by getting very deep into a squat position without a bar or without any weight on my back. I'm not sitting down at that part of the movement simply relaxed. I'm actually very stiff, I'm contracted and I'm controlling entirely the position of that movement. Why is this so important? Because throughout me building up weight on top of that bar and holding with the same amount of time down into the bottom, I am able to develop a very strong bottom position of the squat. This really allows me to not overstress my lower back and to be as efficient as possible when I move the weight. I also include some hangs from a bar, dead hangs. This really helps me, especially for me, because usually I squat very heavy, or at least very heavy for me. So this is something that decompresses me, as I also have a broken spine in the past. So usually when people have stiffness or inability to be mobile either in the ankle or in the hip, what happens is when they get lower in the position of the squat, even if they get down correctly, when they stand up, they have a lot of issue. Their glutes shoot up, which makes them carry a lot of the weight with the lower back. This can be very easily fixed by stretching properly, warming up, and pushing your hips forward whenever you start getting up from the movement, from the bottom position of the squat. What you're also seeing right now is me doing a progression from the empty bar all the way up to 100 kilo. On a very low weight, I will also do a snatch squat, simply to wake up my erectors and put blood in my back as well, because this movement really helps me achieve that as well. As you can see, doesn't matter of the weight, the technique has to remain intact. If the technique remains intact, you're gonna get the most out of the movement. You're gonna get more out of less weight executed correctly than with more weight executed incorrectly. So we're almost at the end of the episode. Here, what I would ask you to do, if you enjoy my content, if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and support me on Patreon. This really helps me develop the channel, work with more people, do this full time, and be able to take care of my daughter and be a happy father that helps people live healthier lives and be stronger human beings. In the final part of every video from this series, what I'm going to be doing, I will be giving you a trainer truth or a realistic point of view of something which is related to what I do as a coach, as a trainer, as a person that works with people. So today what we're going to be talking about is food, nutrition. People need regular changes or tweaks in their diet to remain consistent and to feel like they're doing something extra as work. Reality is that a simple plan works until it stops working, and then it has to be changed. Of course, you do have to adapt. However, it's not for the sake of keeping you thinking that you're changing something, but adapting happens when there is the need of adaptation. Usually, that's not going to be every 2 to 3 weeks, especially if you put the effort and the time of understanding your body and not only listening to the coach blindly. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I really hope that you are going to enjoy those videos. I really hope I managed to get the lighting right and the camera angle right. I am going to be as consistent as possible with those videos. Also, on Patreon, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow me there as well. You are going to find a lot of materials that are not on YouTube that are very helpful. So if you want to join me there, you're going to find the links down in the description. Thank you as usual, and let's get it.